I've always felt intimidated by that.
Is it okay to try and do it yourself, Mike, or do we have to seek help from a professional? And I guess it's kind of unfair to ask you that because you're an advisor that only gets paid if people get you to manage their money. But
sure, I mean, yes, that's how we work. In other words, I believe instead of trying to work with somebody that's trying to push products on you all the time so they can get a commission, work with a fee-based advisor. That way, you know they have your best interest at heart. If our clients do well, we do well. If our clients are doing poorly, we do poorly. I want to go back for a second, though, and bless her. Good for her for doing it herself. But she says, I think I'm above average.
Well, it's her thought, yeah.
Well, I like it. I mean, that's confidence right there.
Yeah.
You know, she probably is above average. I don't. Sometimes I think I'm above average, but I don't say it. If somebody puts a microphone on my face, I'm not going to say it.
Very confident.
Yeah. Anyway, bottom line, whether you work with a financial advisor or not, everybody has their own comfort zone.
True.
And so clearly that lady, she's confident enough to do it herself, so she's going to. And I believe that pretty much anybody can manage their own portfolio, which is why you have to decide whether you want to do it or not. It's not that you couldn't do it. Do you want to? And that's why I believe an investment advisor needs to provide value. It's okay to pay somebody a fee to manage your portfolio as long as you're getting something for that fee. Are you getting service? Are you getting a higher average rate of return than you could do on your own? If so, they're providing value. If not, you should probably just go to a company that'll put you in a very well diversified portfolio that's kind of a hang in there approach and pay almost no fees, right? That's available to you. At the end of the day, Kristen, people call us up that are at least curious about what kind of value we can provide, who aren't necessarily interested in managing their own portfolio, and they're either currently retired or looking to make that transition into retirement, and they just have questions. And so what we do is we invite you to come in. We'll do an analysis of your current portfolio and show you how to get as efficient as you possibly can, meaning lowest fees you could have, highest average rates of return, least amount of risk. We'll help you at least do that on your existing portfolio and share ideas with you. But along the way, we're also going to provide a comprehensive financial plan, and it's a written financial plan that we'll put in your hands that shows you the steps you need to take: income, taxes, Social Security, requirement of distributions, everything to maintain your current standard of living, your current portfolio, and show you how to get as efficient on the radio here today. You have an lowest fees you could have, highest average rates of return, and least amount of risk. We'll help you at least do that in your existing portfolio and share ideas with you. But along the way, we're also going to provide a comprehensive financial plan.
That CFP is a $1,500 value, so pick up the phone and reach out within the next 10 minutes. 904-515-5000. 904-515-5000. Call within the next 10 minutes, and that CFP is complimentary. Connect as well at guardingyournestegg.com. I'm Kristen Charles. On behalf of Mike Lester and the entire team at Talon Wealth Management, thank you so much for making Guarding Your Nest Egg a part of your weekend.
I'm just going to come out and say it. Planning for retirement is way too important to put on the back burner. With an unpredictable stock market, worldwide conflicts, and political stalemates, it's more important now than ever before to have your retirement house in order. Are you doing everything you can to prepare for retirement? Why not find out? Give Mike Lester and his team at Talon Wealth Management a call at 904-515-5000. Mike is dedicated to helping Florida residents prepare for retirement. Having a retirement strategy is particularly important when it comes to protecting your nest egg. A good strategy involves thinking about life's uncontrollable events in order to help protect and grow your hard-earned money for you and your loved ones. Your future is way too important to put on the back burner. Call Mike Lester at Talon Wealth Management today for a complimentary retirement income review at 904-515-5000. That's 904-515-5000. Or visit guardingyournestegg.com.
WealthGuard is a complete portfolio monitoring system designed by determining the amount of downside risk a client is willing to tolerate. WealthGuard is added to client accounts that help protect from downside risk. WealthGuard is not a stop-loss strategy. When the account value in the portfolio hits the targeted downside value, an alert is sent to the client, advisor, and money manager. There is no guarantee the exact WealthGuard value will be captured, or assets will be traded or liquidated the same day the WealthGuard value is reached due to time of day and or market restrictions.
WOKV-FM and WOKV-HD1 Atlantic Beach. Powered by New South Factory Direct Windows. Listen everywhere in the WOKV app. News 104.5 WOKV, a Cox Media Group station.
If a fire breaks out in your home while you're asleep, how will you know? Smoke and heat build quickly, making every second count. A working smoke alarm can alert you to the danger, and make the difference between life and death. Install and maintain a smoke alarm on every level of your home. Replace the battery every year. This message is brought to you by the United States Fire Administration, your local fire department, and this radio station.
The WOKV app just got an upgrade. Now, a brand new design, making it easier to find the news and information you're looking for. Get the all-new WOKV app now for Apple or Android. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news, weather, and traffic. News 104.5 WOKV.
Picking up where they left off. I'm Pam Puso, Fox News. President Trump says the U.S. and China will restart stalled trade talks.
This doesn't mean there's going to be a deal, but they would like to make a deal, I can tell you that. And if we could make a deal, it would be a very historic event.
The president speaking at the G20 summit in Japan following a meeting with his Chinese counterpart. For the time being, the president says he's holding off on new tariffs on Chinese goods, but won't be lifting existing tariffs. Among the sticking points, the Chinese company Huawei. The president saying U.S. firms will be able to sell goods to the tech giant.
China really wants Huawei free and clear to be sold in the United States, but there are a lot of national security concerns. The president said that that was something that would be addressed later in the talks. I asked him a question stating that China got 90% of the way down the road to making a deal and then reneged at the last minute. Is he worried that could happen again? He said, yes, it could possibly happen again, but they will do their best to try to make a deal.
Fox's John Roberts in Osaka. The president's next stop is South Korea, and while there, he's expected to pay a visit to the heavily fortified demilitarized zone that separates the South from the North. Earlier, in a tweet, the president invited North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un to meet him there to shake his hand.
There's been no nuclear tests. There's been no long-range ballistic tests. Gave us back our hostages, which was great, and a lot of good things are happening over there. So I let him know we'll be there, and we'll see.
The president is also considering an invitation from Russian leader Vladimir Putin to visit Moscow next spring. A late-night shootout in Houston has left a suspect dead and a police officer wounded. The white male who was killed allegedly fled a traffic stop and ignored commands to drop his weapon. This is Fox News.
It's Rich Jones, host of Jacksonville's Morning News. My colleague and friend, Washington insider Jamie Dupree, has been tirelessly reporting the news from Washington for more than 3 decades. And then 2 years ago, a rare neurological disorder left him unable to speak. We have documented his career, his illness, and his tireless fight to get back on the radio. This inspiring story is at WOKV.com.
Jack C. Wilson Roofing has repaired and replaced shingle roofs in Northeast Florida since 1946 and maintains a standard of excellence. Schedule a free roof estimate at jackcwilsonroofing.com. Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company, the first name in Jacksonville roofing.
Think you can buy a diamond just by looking at a grading report from a gem lab?
A diamond grading report is like a driver's license description.
Meet Eric Freund, a diamond expert at Diamonds Direct.
A diamond grading report tells you those basic descriptions, such as eye color, hair color, height, weight. What it doesn't tell you is what does the diamond really look like.
In fact, 2 diamonds with the exact same grade can look vastly different. That's why you have to see a wide selection side by side with your own eyes.
Would you date somebody based solely off of their driver's license description? Yes, but would you marry them? And when you buy a diamond, you're marrying that diamond. What you're really going to find out is a whole lot more about them when you're in person. And do you have that match, and is it that perfect sparkle that you want to see?
And at Diamonds Direct, you can always see 10, 15, 20 diamonds in the same size and shape you're interested in.
You want to see that diamond. You want to make sure it has that perfect sparkle and shine that you expected. I want to see it really pop. I want to make sure it's the diamond that I love.
And the price?
Diamonds Direct will have the lowest price. Guaranteed.
That's not just here, but anywhere in America. Diamonds Direct at the markets at Town Center.
As a new homeowner and resident in Northern Florida, I know who I would call if and whenever I need my roof repaired. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Kilmeade here for my friends at J&M Roofing. You know them. They're the guys with the umbrella, and they've got you covered. When storms with damaging winds hit the area, we get flooded with storm chaser roofing companies. They show up. They make a lot of promises. Then they disappear. J&M Roofing will be there to stand behind the work before, during, and after the storm chasers have left town. Don't trust the most important part of your home to anyone but J&M Roofing.
Find J&M Roofing online at jandmroofing.com.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds. And most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
Or if that resume was from someone who
worked 12-hour shifts at the recycling company with my dad, who's 72. That taught me a work ethic that I carry with me every day.
we rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone.
Growing up where I did, a lot of things could have gotten in the way of my goals, but I learned to push through, and that's what I bring to work every day.
So maybe it's time we look beyond the resume and look to Grads of Life. Discover new ways to develop great talent that are so much more than what's on paper at gradsoflife.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter for today will be partly to mostly cloudy. Some scattered showers and heavy downpours will be advancing inland, especially midday through the afternoon. A few claps of thunder, too. Locally heavy downpours the main threat. Highs in the mid to upper 80s, generally pushing away from the beaches, though. Partly to mostly clear this evening. Overnight lows down to the low 70s. With your First Alert Forecast, I'm Action News Jax meteorologist Garrett Beaton-Wall for News 104.5 WOKV.
Helping to make our community a better place. This is the WOKV Ask the Experts Weekend. Discussing things that matter most to you. Have a question? Have it answered by our local experts. Now, the Home and Garden Show with Wally Conway and Larry O'Neill on News 104.5 WOKV.
Good morning. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show. It is 6:05 on a beautiful Saturday morning in Jacksonville, Florida, the intergalactic headquarters of the Home and Garden Show. To our friends, to our fans, to our families, welcome back to the show. We have missed you. To those of you new to the show, here's who we are and what we do. Each and every Saturday from 6 until 8 a.m. right here on News 104.5 WOKV. I'm joined by the big guy, Sasquatch, the Yeti, 6'6", 232 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, Mr. Larry O'Neill. You know Larry from his duties on TV as the host of Larry's Garden. You've seen him about town landscaping. He's the tall man in the small straw hat. Me, Wally Conway, Mr. Home Inspection, certified master inspector from Home Pro Inspections. You've seen me on Home and Garden TV and possibly about town if you spend time in attics and crawl spaces. Larry's job here on the show is to be sure your grass is green, your fruit is sweet, and your flowers forever in bloom. Me, Wally Conway, Mr. Home Inspection, my job is to be sure your home is safe, secure, efficient, and forever a source of pleasure and pride. From time to time, Larry gets a house idea, I get a garden idea, we mix it up in the middle. But what makes the show fun for us is you. Your thoughts, your calls, your commentary. 855-765-1045. One more time, slower, for those of you in public education. 855-765-1045. Larry, it's only fair to say I am a product of public education.
So am I.
K through 12, then the United States Naval Academy. Thank you very much to public education for the mind I have today.
Right. It's public education.
You were all public educated too, yeah?
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey,
what's new in the yard?
The yards were exhausted this, summer, or the late spring because of the heat. And how do you get your yard looking good again after that? You want to put, some nitrogen down, of course. But, the best way to approach it is on the organic approach, and go to the local, your local Home Depot or Lowe's. The best stuff is to reuse that sludge. That stuff they process is commonly known as mill organite.
Or right here, produced by JEA.
Yeah, Green Edge.
Yeah.
And you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get a couple bags of those. They're not, going to burn the grass. They're going to build the soil. There's so many great things about when you use organic fertilizer. And, put a couple applications on those. So, you can be generous with the amount. And the key thing is to be generous. So if you have a small yard, maybe 2 bags, you want a good amount of coverage. You don't have to worry about the amount that you're putting on as long as your nuts, piling on, it's 2 inches thick.
Reading the directions would be a novel approach, sure.
Yeah, but I kind of, this is the only thing I throw, this is to get some effect, you got to follow directions. That would be the minimum amount you put on, but you can put more than.
So we're suggesting reading the directions.
Yes.
Though the consequence of imperfect distribution is not intense.
It's not intense. I use it on nematode control all the time. If there was a bad spot on the lawn, I put it down generous amount, and it does amazing results. But that would be my first step. The second step is, make up my own biostimulant or whatever you want to call it, your witch's brew here. But some of the things I do when I get a little backpack sprayer, about 5 gallons, and this is for the lawn guys, get some chelated iron and humic acid and some fish emulsion and kelp if you got it available to you. Put it again. The directions are important, yes, on this, but the organic fertilizers, they're not as critical because they're not a high amount of nitrogen. There's not a high amount of anything in there, but
it's a kinder, friendlier product.
Yes, a kinder, friendly product. So you want to mix that up and in your 5-gallon backpack sprayer and put about maybe 3 applications on there of
and what frequency? What's the space
about
between
once
applications?
every week.
Once a week,
and you're going to see amazing green up like you've never seen before. And also, it's going to make it more sustainable. When you have a great soil, your plants actually become more efficient. So, the mycorrhizans, all these things become more enhancer and grow in an environment. They become more efficient. So, what you normally would put down, let's say 20 pounds, 26 on the nitrogen, you could probably get away with 5 because the soil is much more efficient. And when you use humic acid in your fertilizer, it also makes it more efficient. So get that out, put it on your lawn if you're do-it-yourselfer, and you're going to have some amazing results. And I was just working on a project where a lady had nematodes in her yard for 5 or 6 years at least, and she had these big spots, where no matter what, you replace it, it gets weak.
But if you replace the sod without diagnosing the source and killing the nematodes,
it dies again.
You're just bringing fresh food.
Yeah, fresh food, basically.
For the nematode.
And it's those little spots that just will not go away, okay? And, I also told her we could dig them up or we can do the mill organite fish emulsion treatment. And
that just overpowers the nematode?
They don't like organic soil.
That's interesting.
So, yeah, they don't like it at all. She called me, or I called her the other day and asked her how it was going. She says the spots that were always looking terrible for at least the last 5 or 6 years are completely recovered. Huh. And they're the darkest green spots in her yard, which
the nitrogen.
All again, it goes to the point of, making your soil more healthy using the mill organite. We went to Home Depot and got some of that and then got some fish emulsion.
What eats nematodes? Will worms eat nematodes?
There's other nematode attacking nematodes. Yes. Huh. Yeah, there is. You can buy them and put them on your lawn, but I feel that the best way to get rid of nematodes is you can solarize and you can buy some nematode applications. But in a home, where it's a small area, the best way is to apply organic fertilizer. It really, with some frequency, and it really knocks down the population.
Overpower them.
They just don't like it at all. And so that's the one way to solve the nematode problem, and also to get the lawn looking correct. With just let me see, 1 bag of mill organite is only going to be about maybe $12.
That's cheap.
So that's $24 to do your front yard. And then the other stuff, the humic acid, that's going to be a little bit. The chelated iron's around 10, 15. The kelp's a little bit expensive, but that's enough right there for maybe a couple years if you buy one of those. So you're talking about, or if you want to go organic in the spring, you can do the same thing. And also a winter application of this, your lawn often doesn't even turn brown. I've had lawns that I've looked at where they put down the mill organite and the humic acid and the chelated iron and the kelp in the winter, before winter, and it just stayed green all winter long.
Still got to water it.
Yeah, you still got to water it, but it does makes it much more cold resistant. We're working on a landscape, trying to 2-3 landscapes in a row where they have these gigantic viburnum or they've got these shrubs that they're pruning, at least 4 or 5 times a month now because of the rain, and then they're just getting out of control. So the guy asked me, what is the best way to approach this? I'm tired of pruning. He does his own lawn work. There's some shrubs out there that should not need to be pruned more than a couple times a year. And so we're planting some of those in his landscape. But, make sure when you're purchasing shrubbery, people always are attracted to the largest plant in the container. And that means that plant's a fast grower. And it's going to be nothing but trouble in the long run, especially if you're doing your own lawn work. And if you're hiring somebody, he's going to have to add those hours in to pruning, cleaning up all your debris.
If you like that look, though, you pretty much are committed.
Yeah. And then another thing is that the landfills are filled up with landscaping material. I think it's 20 or 30% of the dumping is landscape material. So if you want to do your civic duty and reduce the amount of debris in the landfill, that's one way to do it. But here's some low pruning shrubs that don't. Wheeler's dwarf is a pittosporum that only needs to be pruned, I would say, once every 2 years.
Wow.
Once every 2 years.
What kind of plant?
Yeah. It's evergreen, stays low growing, getting only about 2 feet tall. That's a great plant.
Can you use it as a hedge if you get a lot of them, or no?
Well, you can. The next ones you could use. That's just for if a lot of times these newer buildings have a low window. Right. The windows are lower to the ground. This would be the one to plant instead of having a viburnum otissimus there. Walter's viburnum would be the next level up. A native plant. Miss Schiller's is a dwarf, and getting around 2 to 5 foot maximum height. When the shrub is the maximum height is 5 foot versus viburnum otissimus was just 35 feet, or for southern indica azalea, which is 14 feet. You're going to have a much slower growing shrub, easier to control. And Walter's viburnum, Miss Schiller, is the dwarf variety. It's going to have beautiful flowers, has nice leaves like leaves like a boxwood. And what are the negatives of Walter's viburnum? It really doesn't have any. Not too many diseases, not too many insects. There's no negatives on Wheeler's dwarf, no negatives on Mrs. Schiller's tough plant. Drought resistant. And
who was Mrs. Schiller?
Mrs. Schiller, I don't know. They named it after her. Huh. But I'll have to look that up. That's a good question.
Thank you.
But then Robin Holly is another, any of the red hollies. If you have like Nellie R. Stevens, that's a pruning nightmare. You have to prune that thing a lot. And it opens up. It means it gets rangy looking. These stay nice and compact. I have Robin Holly myself. I think I've pruned it in the last 5 years twice. So very, very, very slow growing, nice, compact, not rangy at all. Carissa Holly is another great. The negative on Rollum Holly, I guess I want to say the negatives, is that any kind of holly is this particular one can get T-scale, but they're easy to control. The Carissa Holly, not so much on the T-scale, again, getting around 2 to 3 feet. Again, pruning maybe once every 2 years. You get it planted out there and you walk away. How about that? That's the best way to do it.
Set it and forget it. It sounds like Ron Popeil.
Right. You're never pruning. And then you put in some zoysia lawn, you're mowing every 2 weeks. Chinson azalea, it's again another azalea, the small grower, getting around 1 to 2 feet, about 5 feet in diameter. It gets it really large. And Camellia sasanqua, they're a beautiful plant. Enjoy pruning, very slow. They accept pruning, very slow growers. And the negative on them, again, the holly, the camellias can occasionally get T-scale, but easy to control. Boxwood, of course, is our favorite plant. You get Morris midget, which is a boxwood that we planted at this one client's house, and we have done the maintenance there for maybe around 10 years. I think the boxwood in 10 years, Morris midget, was pruned not more than maybe 3 times. So there's a great boxwood, nice, dense, doesn't get leggy, slow growing, and it's a.
I will consider that. That set it and forget it. The origin of that term. Set it and forget it. Ron Popeil, Ronco, making
Ronco, right?
Yep, made the rotisserie oven. And the man was an absolute, he was a genius. Here's his backstory.
Ronco.
So Ron Popeil grew up in New Jersey. I grew up in New Jersey. He's older than us.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was they call him a carnival barker, basically.
Yes, yeah.
Down at the Jersey Shore.
Pitchman.
Yep, he was a pitchman. They'd set up on the boardwalk and sell knives or whatever they had to sell at that particular time. And he was like the best.
Yeah, he was.
And he was
the
from
best.
a whole family that was their family business, was setting up various boardwalks and selling knives, kitchen appliances, and other stuff. And he decided that it would be far more profitable if he had his own products to sell.
Right.
And when TV came, that he made that transition. He was one of the first guys to really do an infomercial. And if you've ever seen the Ronco rotisserie oven,
I remember that one.
The front glass door is not truly vertical. It's tilted back at about a 25-degree angle. And people look at that and go, why did they do that? Why does the oven front door, the rotisserie front door, not vertical like every other oven? Why is it tilted back? And the reason they did that was for the camera angle to show the chicken in the rotisserie. So it wasn't a functional item.
He was looking at every angle. At least he was smart and intuitive.
They couldn't get, when they're shooting these early infomercials for that rotisserie oven, they couldn't get a good shot that felt right on TV.
Right.
Inside the rotisserie with a vertical door, so they just made the whole thing.
Now I come to think about it, a lot of them are made like that now.
Yeah.
They're tilted back so you can look in there into the oven.
Right.
When you're standing up looking into it.
But the original purpose wasn't so you or I could look into it. It was they could get the right camera angle and make the chicken look. And he became immensely wealthy.
Right.
And the Pocket Fisherman was also one of his.
Oh, the Pocket Fisherman.
The
I
little
remember that
fishing
one.
pole that you could
Pops
make
out.
longer.
Yeah.
Ron Popeil. He has an autobiography or biography. Fantastic read if you enjoy product development and marketing and TV. It's 6:20 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Brief break, jumping right on the phones to your calls at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
It's the end of the day. You're tired from being locked in meetings at work, or your professor's lecture was extra long and boring. You missed out on a lot. We get it. So we made it easy to listen every evening to get caught up on the day's news and plan for tomorrow's weather.
Just ask me.
Alexa, play News 104.5 WOKV.
Wally Conway here, Mr. Home Inspection from Home Pro Inspections with important information about home warranties. At Home Pro Inspections, we have always recommended that every home buyer had a home inspection and a home warranty. It's much like having a physical exam and health insurance. They work together to protect you. Until now, I have never referred or endorsed a home warranty company because, truthfully, they were all about the same. They were only good for 12 months, they had long list of coverage exclusions, and they denied pre-existing conditions. The most comprehensive home warranty in America is now available in Jacksonville, covering items denied by others, including water softeners, well pumps, alarm systems, and there's no extra charge for multiple heat pumps or water heaters. When Home Pro inspects your home, the warranty is extended to 18 months of coverage at no extra charge. There is no better inspection and warranty package in America. For details and to order your home warranty, visit GoHomePro.com, GoHomePro.com, or call me at 268-8211.
When you need your engine tuned, trust a car expert. When you need your roof fixed, trust a roof expert. And when you need the highest quality water softener salt, trust Morton Salt. We're the salt experts with over 100 years of experience. Morton Pure Natural Water Softener Salt in the blue bag is made from all-natural, high-purity salt crystals. Trust Morton. We're the salt experts. Find our easy-to-carry blue bags at your local Lowe's store.
If you are 50 years of age or older, most likely you've heard your eye doctor say you have cataracts. As frightening as that might sound, modern cataract surgery to restore vision loss is one of the safest and most effective surgical procedures. At Florida Eye Specialists, we've performed more than 30,000 cataract procedures and have the largest and most experienced team in the region. Reclaim your vision and your quality of life today by scheduling an appointment at FloridaEyeSpecialist.com.
This is Jeff King, Development Director for Rodeheaver Boys Ranch. Rodeheaver Boys Ranch has been advertising on News 104.5 WOKV for over 10 years. I always say that News 104.5 WOKV will give them the biggest bang for their advertising budget.
Getting off on the right foot in a marriage is the most important thing you could do. And that's the commitment that Beard's Jewelry makes to you. Hear it from Ben himself. Not only do we stay committed with you during the sale, we stay with you the entire way. Beard's Jewelry, located at the St. John's Town Center.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. You know, if the rain disrupts your life, imagine what your roof goes through. I recommend Big Fish Roofing because it takes a high-quality roof to withstand the Florida rain year after year. I also love how Big Fish doesn't require a deposit or upfront payment, and only the most trustworthy roofers earn the Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor designation. Your roof is the first line of defense against Florida storms. Get it done right by the company I trust. Get a free estimate from Big Fish Roofing. That's bigfishroofing.com.
4th of July, fast approaching, and I heard that my friends at Arlington Toyota are going to make your payments until after Labor Day. It's Rich Jones. Let me repeat that. Arlington Toyota is going to make your payments until after Labor Day. Independence from having to pay. Buy a new Toyota from Arlington. Make no payments until after Labor Day. During the Summers on Us 4th of July event, you'll not only get a payment-free summer, you'll also get mind-blowing low prices on 2019 Toyota models. This July 4th, drive away in a 2019 Corolla LE from Arlington as low as $13,881. That's a pre-owned 2019 Corolla for $13,881. July 4th savings on a 2019 Camry LE starting at just $17,991. Arlington has your pre-owned 2019 Camry for $17,991. It's the July 4th Summers on Us sales event going on now at Arlington Toyota. Sales open all day on the 4th. Start shopping today at arlingtontoyota.com.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 625 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. I'm Wally Conway. Larry O'Neill is here from Larry's Garden. And we're checking in with dear Miss Cynthia to see if we can find her a fast-growing shade tree. Welcome, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Thank you. What do you want that shade tree to do? You want to sit under it and sip martinis, or do you want it to cast shade on the window?
Just shade to be able to sit out in the backyard.
Yeah.
I've got a good shade tree on one side, but in the afternoon sun, my shade goes away, and of course, the afternoon is when we want to sit out there and enjoy the shade.
Yeah, yeah. Well, golly, I wish you'd never asked that question. There's so many trees I like.
Fast grower, affordable.
I think a
easy
great
to care
looking shade tree. Of course, I don't mind, a little bit of debris from trees because they make debris. But I love the sycamore. Sycamore is the reason I like a sycamore tree. They make those little balls and they drop them, little seed pods.
Itchy balls.
But, yeah, exactly. But the problem, the good thing about sycamore is that you can grow grass under it because it's filtered light. It's not like an oak tree that gets, just black darkness shade. But the sycamore is a good tree too. Drake elm's a fairly good, fast growing tree too.
The Drake elm, okay.
The only problem with Drake elms is that you got to make sure it's sheltered from the wind, because they have a tendency to, they have weak root system and a large head, their canopy's large, oversized for the strength of their root system. So,
one we had last week or the week before was the idea of growing a circle of bamboo.
Yeah, you could do that.
And then that's very fast, and you'll have shade from all sides.
Angles. Right.
You'll be quiet, secluded.
If you got a big enough yard, what we were talking about, first it started out with trees, a circle of trees, and then the bamboo, if you wanted quick results, let's say you wanted to have shade and full-grown shade in less than 18 months, then that would be the solution. You create a circle, and then you pave the circle inside of it. You can use pavers or anything, and you plant bamboo spaced out around the perimeter. And the bamboo, you could plant a 3-gallon bamboo, and you would have the project would be at 90% completion in 18 months if you watered and fertilized. That's how fast You know, that's the fastest, next to kelp, it's the fastest growing plant on the face of the earth. You know what I mean? So it grows very fast when you water and fertilize in its, let's say if I took a 3-gallon bamboo container with a stalk that was maybe 3 feet tall, 2 feet tall, had two canes or two sticking out of the ground 2 to 3 feet tall. I watered and fertilized it. In 18 months, it would be 12 feet tall, dense. That's how fast it grows.
It'd be quiet in there, too.
Quiet.
Super private,
and has a great structural look, you know, if you like that. And it doesn't need to be pruned. It doesn't have any weeds underneath it, and it makes its own mulch. You know, it mulches itself. There's nothing that can really grow under bamboo. Bamboo's, I don't know, I've dug bamboo one time in my life, and I don't want to ever do it again, you know, because it's
something when you plant it stays put.
Yes, this is the I don't recommend people plant the rhizome type, which grows all around fills out the whole world.
It's clumpers.
But these are clumpers, right? You know, you can use Bambusa textilis gracilis, demicalis. You can use several different types of Bambusa. You know, they're out there. That's
an affordable project too, yeah.
Yeah, it's really affordable. Bamboo is expensive. It is expensive, but it's worth every nickel of it if you like it, because it gets up fast. I mean, so I would never buy a 30-gallon container of a bamboo because it would be as astronomical.
I couldn't lift it.
You couldn't lift it, and it's super expensive. A 30-gallon. 3-gallon, 7-gallon is all you need, and a little bit of patience and a hose and a little bit of nitrogen. And that stuff would grow. It's grass. Basically, it's grass. You know how fast grass grows. So it's basically the same group as grass, you know.
Well, you got your plan there, Cynthia.
You can use sycamore for tradition, Drake elm for your traditional look, or the bamboo circle.
It's 6:30 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. We've got Fox News, traffic, weather, and more of the Home and Garden Show featuring you at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
Fox News, I'm Karen McHugh. President Trump finishing his trip to Osaka, Japan for the G20 summit. Now he plans to meet with South Korean officials in Seoul, and he's invited North Korea's Kim Jong-un to meet up in Korea's demilitarized zone.
Kim Jong-un was very receptive. He responded, and so we'll see. Because tomorrow we're going to the DMZ. I said, while I'm there, I'll shake his hand.
The president and China's President Xi, meanwhile, agreeing to a ceasefire in their trade war for now. NASA's hard at work on its next big rocket.
NASA saying some crews are working around the clock at a factory in New Orleans to meet a fall 2020 test launch deadline for a new mega rocket designed to send astronauts to the moon and Mars. Crews are currently working on the engine section of the 212-foot core for the new space launch system.
Fox's Paul Stevens. This is Fox News.
Local news from CBS 47, Fox 30 Action News Jax.
I'm Action News Jacksonville Briscoe for News 104.5 WOKV. Right now, Jacksonville police are searching for the gunman who shot 2 people in a residential neighborhood in Arlington. JSO also needs your help finding a woman wanted on several charges. Holly Stevens has a warrant out for grand theft and stolen property. JSO says they've arrested her 17 times before. Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a criminal justice reform bill. It was created to help reduce the amount of people locked up, improve safety, and help crime victims with their healing process. The suspect accused of hitting and killing 2 bicyclists in St. Johns County is now out of jail. The jail confirms Henry Hagler III was released around 8 o'clock Friday night after posting his $50,000 bond. The state attorney's office said they do not believe Hagler intentionally hit the woman. That's why he was given a bond. Join us today on CBS 47 Fox 30 starting at 6 a.m.
Alexa, how do I drive more customers into my business?
First, people will need to hear about you. Then you need to be online where they look for you. Then you need
I don't have time for that. I need to run my business.
Okay, searching for a local team that can help.
Codan is now Local Solutions. Visit JacksonvilleLocalSolutions.com today.
Our daughter Emmy was just 19 months old. I'm Bodie Miller, and this is my wife Morgan.
She was such a bright light in our lives. While visiting a friend's house, Emmy drowned in a pool. She slipped out the back door, and in the space of minutes, she was gone.
Drowning is the single leading cause of death in children ages 1 to 4.
We believe it should be the #1 thing parents think about when it comes to safety.
Drowning is preventable.
This is urgent. Please talk with your pediatrician about how to keep your child safe.
following message is sponsored by the Florida Department of Elder Affairs, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Soon, it will be time to make important decisions about your Medicare prescription drug coverage. Shine counselors provide free, unbiased help in selecting a Medicare Part D or Advantage plan. If you have questions, Shine can guide you through the enrollment period ending December 15th. For more information or to volunteer, call 1-800-963-5337 or go to floridashine.org.
From a small leak to a complete roof renovation, Brannan Roofing has you covered, including metal roofing. They understand insurance claims and can help you with your claim to make sure you get all the money you're entitled to. Call Brannan Roofing today, 904-813-4967.
Now through July 21st, Wawa and the Wawa Foundation are hosting an in-store donation campaign for the USO to support our troops and their families. Visit your local Wawa and donate today.
Dunkin' has a whole new line of handcrafted signature lattes. Blueberry Crisp, Caramel Craze, and Cocoa Mocha. They're so delicious, you'll realize that you've been spending a whole latte time drinking the wrong coffee. So even though you've been together for years, it's time to say goodbye to your ex, Coffee Place. Because you've got a latte love for Dunkin's signature lattes. Sipping is believing with Dunkin's new handcrafted signature lattes, like Blueberry Crisp, Caramel Craze, or Cocoa Mocha. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
All right, I've had insomnia for many, many years, and I got to tell you, the one relief I have gotten is My Pillow. I fall asleep faster, I stay asleep longer, and you can too. It just works. I met Mike Lindell. He's the inventor of My Pillow. I got fitted for my very own My Pillow, and it has changed my life in so many ways for the better. And right now, Mike is offering his lowest price ever on radio or TV. You get a 2-pack of My Pillow's premium pillows, $69.98. That's only $34.99 per pillow. Now, this offer is only available at MyPillow.com or call toll-free 800-919-6090. Just use the promo code Hannity. My Pillow, made in the USA, 60-day unconditional money-back guarantee, a 10-year warranty. Don't spend more sleepless nights on a pillow not working for you. MyPillow.com, promo code Hannity, 800-919-6090. You'll get a 2-pack premium pillows, $69.98. That's only $34.99 per pillow. MyPillow.com, promo code Hannity.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter. Partly to mostly cloudy as we head through your Saturday. We'll be seeing some scattered heavy downpours developing and pushing inland through the day and into the afternoon. We'll see high temperatures in the mid-80s at the beaches, upper 80s to near 90 inland. Partly cloudy with some lingering showers early this evening, then drying out. Overnight lows will dip down to the lower to mid-70s, near 90 Sunday with a few widely scattered showers and storms. With your First Alert Forecast, I'm Action News Jax meteorologist here at Beaton Ball for News 104.5 WOKV.
Helping to make our community a better place. This is the WOKV Ask the Experts Weekend. Discussing things that matter most to you. Have a question? Have it answered by our local experts. Now, the Home and Garden Show with Wally Conway and Larry O'Neill on News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 6:36, beautiful Saturday morning. Grateful that you are with us. What makes this show so much fun for us is having you be a part of it. Whether you are listening here on terrestrial radio, News 104.5 WOKV, the WOKV app, the WOKV website, WOKV.com, that is, on Facebook at Wally Conway or Home Pro Inspections, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. We have gone intergalactic. So far, the most distant callers we have experienced with this new live stream event. We've had live callers from Australia, live callers from France, and our fantasy, the fantasy of the Home and Garden Show, myself and Larry as well, is to have a caller from the International Space Station. So if you've got a friend, a neighbor, a cohort, a connection at the International Space Station, please forward them the number 855-765-1045, and you can make a dream come true for Larry and I when the fellas at the space station, and the ladies, actually, there's boys and girls up there now.
Yep.
The astronauts call in and ask us their space-age home and garden questions. We'd love to have that. Now, back down to Earth, nothing frustrates you more than playing in the yard, playing in the woods, and getting a little bit of poison ivy, and apparently that's been Mark's problem.
Ow.
Mark, welcome to the Home and Garden Show.
Good morning, guys. Can you hear me okay?
You sound awesome.
Okay, great. I sent a picture to Larry. I don't know if you've had time to look at it, Larry, of a couple of trees that are being overcome by poison ivy, big vines all the way up the tree. And I'm just wondering, what's the best way to get rid of that without getting it all over me.
Well, you can, if the vine is on the bark, you can spray it with Brush Killer by Ortho.
Spray with soft water.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That won't kill it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that won't probably kill it.
I could try some straight salt, but I don't know if that would kill it.
That would work. That would work and kill everything else. But you can spray with Brush Killer by Ortho, or you could take the Brush Killer by Ortho, put it in a smallest jar you can, cut the vine. Of course, you got to make sure you have your gloves on because you get everything out. You're going to be sore for a little bit if you don't. But take the end of the vine that you cut and immerse it in the Ortho Brush Killer, and kind of have put a little piece of made plastic over the top where you can punch through it, and then let it stay in there, and that will translocate the herbicide into the root system, and it should kill it permanently.
Okay.
It's a little bit complicated. But I mean, you put a little piece of plastic over there, punch a hole through there, you slide the vine in there. But when it works perfect, and it just takes time. And there's not that continually trying to pull it off, spray it, pull it off. It's the continual battle,
I've got a question for Mark.
Sure.
Well, to be fair, I recognize your voice from Affordable Water, our good friends, Affordable Water Jacks, Mark Kinder.
Yes, sir.
Larry and I have been on a campaign of education about water quality and what things truly mean in the water quality business. As you've seen there at Affordable Water, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors and very candidly, Mark, some shady sales practice that goes on that relates to fear and bad science, what President Trump might call fake news, yes?
Correct.
From your perspective as a licensed professional, as truly the regional expert on these matters, what, in simple layperson's terms, so I can understand it, is the fundamental difference between water softening and water conditioning?
Water conditioning is when you put something in addition to the softener, when you have a filter like a carbon filter. Some companies are now using KDF. That's ground up metal that filters out chlorine. I prefer carbon. And the thing is it absorbs into the carbon, the chlorine, the chemicals for taste and odor. However, I was in a house yesterday, and they were told they didn't even have to worry about boil your water notices with carbon at the whole house level, which is not true. I don't know if you want to get that far into it, Wally, but that is when you have to go to a low micron filtration to get that organism, and that is under sink systems,
So
and you
that'd
can
be like a
filter under
reverse
sink.
osmosis system? Is that what?
Or even a carbon block filter that goes to under 1 micron, like the ones we sell are a half micron. And the thing is that it filters low enough to where you wouldn't have to worry about it during a boil water notice. Of course, when the boil is lifted, you want to change the filter so nothing can grow in the filter.
Right.
But the end of the story is a lot of systems are sold by people putting filters on whole house level, and they're calling it a purifier. They're also only doing a filter and not using the resin and calling it a water softener. So there's a lot of misrepresentation. And the bottom line is you want to make sure that you use somebody licensed and they can test for it. And as you've covered before in your show, you can test for hardness. And if they're calling it a water conditioner and it doesn't take out hardness, it is not softening the water. It is not a full water conditioner. It's only a filter. A filter takes out chemicals. A softener takes out hardness.
That's about as simple as it gets. Less than 1 grain per gallon is the definition of soft water. And what's the average in our area? 17 grams?
17 grains per gallon, correct.
Which is defined as extremely hard.
Off the chart.
You know, knowledge is a powerful thing, Mark. I feel smarter every time I talk to you.
We have the hardest water in the whole southeast and the eastern seaboard, Jacksonville, northeast Florida. So
I guess that's something to be proud of.
Well, that's why I'm in business here. Try to be of service.
All right, Mark.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. Have a beautiful day.
Good luck with the poison ivy. Be careful.
Yeah. When I was a young guy playing in the woods, I used to play in the woods a lot. We'd build forts and all that. And man, my super sensitive body, poison ivy.
I'd
get poison ivy between my fingers.
Oh my gosh!
And it would be like my my fingers didn't even touch between them any longer.
Oh, yeah.
These giant water-filled or whatever they were. I guess it's water.
Blisters.
The blisters. And, oh, my gracious.
It's histamine in there.
And, yeah, my mom, she taught me to do it. And then I started doing it myself as I got older. I'd puncture those blisters and all that stuff would come out.
Yeah.
And then they weren't scabs, but it would dry and crack. And, oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Poison ivy is
Rough
very painful
stuff.
for some people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put you in the hospital, some people.
I wouldn't say it was all the way to painful, but it was extremely uncomfortable.
Right.
And then one year I managed to get it in all over my eyelids.
Oh, God.
And I couldn't see, and then I'm puncturing these big blisters on my eyes.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. You got to be careful. There is a tremendous amount of poison ivy.
And then
you should learn to identify, especially if your house is backed up against any woods. There's just gigantic amounts of it.
And other people aren't susceptible at all. It's really interesting.
I had a worker. He could roll in it.
Yeah.
He could roll in it. I mean, anytime we were going to a poison ivy place, he'd go in there and he'd pull on it and yank it down and everything. He might get one small little bump on him. That was about it. Nothing
I've heard people have a level of sensitivity that when they're burning underbrush,
it's very bad for you to burn.
That can damage your nasal passage, your lungs, and whatnot if you're susceptible.
It's like burning pressure-treated wood. You shouldn't do that.
Different reasons, but bad also.
Very, very bad.
One's chemical, one's biologic. It's pretty crazy stuff.
You got to be careful out there when you're cleaning out those woods area if you don't want to be debilitated for a while.
Calamine lotion.
Calamine. They have some new stuff out where if you know that you've been exposed, you could wash with that.
Really?
And it should reduce or eliminate.
This was like 50 years ago.
Yeah, calamine lotion was the only thing you could do in those days. Yeah, but you can touch it, and then you could touch other parts of your body and transfer it over.
I've had that happen too, but I wasn't going to talk about it.
That was. I won't touch that one.
Thank you for not touching that. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're going out in the yard and you're cleaning out wild areas, always do an inspection. And it's a 3-leaf. It's a 3 leaves versus a lot of times people have Virginia creeper, which looks similar, but it's the 5 leaves on that, and then the poison ivy's got that 3 leaves. It oftentimes has it depends on the time of year, can have berries on it. So caution is definitely
that
necessary.
could be bad.
Oh yeah,
eat the berry.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I don't know what happened to you. That
your gums and inside of your cheeks all swollen up. That'd be hard. It could be the berry doesn't pass along that same toxin.
Yes, we have a lot of people always putting gravel down. We always get called out about gravel. Should we put gravel? They're tired of mulching. They want to put, get rid of the mulching. They want to talk about rubber mulch, which I think we and you are.
We don't like rubber mulch.
Don't like rubber mulch, and it's kind of fallen from grace. Good. It is kind of ugly. It's just, it was this end-all solution for mulch. To just do it one time. But gravel is, natural products always look better, when you're working in the yard. So gravel is a solution to some of the negative things about gravel. It does raise the soil temperature, because, it absorbs heat. That would be the negative thing. The cost of the gravel is going to be expensive. It's going to be and will become cost neutral in about 3.5 years. But one of the things that people always do, which is a gigantic mistake, this is,
too thin.
Too thin, not too thin, is they don't put down a weed barrier over and over again.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
Yeah, you got to have a weed barrier. I went to a place last weekend, and didn't have a weed barrier. And the gravel, they probably spent I estimate around $6,000 on gravel. And the gravel was completely inundated with weeds. I mean, it looked worse than if it hadn't, been out in the woods, So without a weed barrier, don't do it. Don't do it without an edging. And then once a year, you want to make sure you get the best pre-emergent and spray it into that area, because that was going to block any plants from germinating.
Good.
And so that's a successful technique. If you're going to dig in that area, make sure that you do not put any dirt back into that area. You want to keep that area sterile, keep any dirt out of that area, because in every cubic foot of dirt, there's about 500 dormant seeds.
Can you use salt in that?
Yeah, but the plants in that area are not going to like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if there's no plants, it's not a problem. Yeah, how much weed barrier should you put down? I mean, if you can afford it, and if you want to do the extra time, you should put at least 2 or maybe 3 layers of weed barrier down. If you have plants in those areas, you maybe not want to have the weed 1 layer of weed barrier around the plant, and then when you go around it, and you extend out more than say 2 foot from the plant, then you can go back to
the weed barrier is permeable. The water will still pass
water
through
will
it.
percolate. Right.
Okay.
Water will percolate, but do not put down gravel if you don't have a weed barrier.
I really like
any circumstance.
Nice gravel driveway.
Yeah,
the sound of like if you have a Ferrari.
We do a lot of gravel driveways.
Sound of the Ferrari engine, and then the sound of the gravel beneath the tires. It just feels like wealth.
We had we worked out in this one area in Mandarin where they have all these oak trees, just huge amounts of them. And we put 1 gravel driveway in because they've already replaced the driveway once and they want to do it again. And I drove by in 5 years to look at the driveway and see what the results, how it looked and everything, long term. And there was at least 5 or 6 gravel driveways in the neighborhood. Yeah, so it put the gravel in and you pack well. It's good walking surface.
As the route rises, well, you just have a little bit of a...
You could be a little hump there, but I mean, you just fill in with some gravel. That's easy. Just grade it out, fill a little bit of gravel in there.
Kind of go uphill a little bit.
Yeah, usually the tree doesn't do that. I didn't notice any of that. That's why.
Now, why would the tree root want to lift a concrete drive and not lift the gravel?
The concrete drive is below surface. It could be 6 inches below the surface.
Yeah.
And it's traveling below the surface. The root's traveling below the surface, and then it starts lifting the driveway. I did go by a couple concrete driveways. I did. Maybe 6 years ago, no cracks.
Well, gravel's one giant crack. It's 8 billion cracks.
No cracks, but again, no cracks on the concrete driveways. And again, the expansion joints. You get expansion joint happy. I looked at a couple driveways that are not done by me, but another company, and the expansion joints were perfect. And guess what? 20 years later,
looking
no
good.
cracks.
It's 6:50 here at News 104.5 on a Home and Garden Show. Brief break, jumping right on the phones, loving hearing from you at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
The WOKV app just got an upgrade. Now, the 3 big things you need to know are in the palm of your hand. The all-new WOKV app now for Apple or Android. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news, weather, and traffic. News 104.5 WOKV.
This is Jeff King, Development Director for Rodeheaver Boys Ranch. Rodeheaver Boys Ranch has been advertising on News 104.5 WOKV for over 10 years. I always say that News 104.5 WOKV will give them the biggest bang for their advertising budget.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. I'm the president of New South Window Solutions. What I like people to understand about our company is what's unique about us. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. We go out of our way to make it easy. If you're thinking about buying new windows, consider New South. And don't even think about hiring a middleman until you see what our factory can do for you. New South windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers.
Going on now, save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Hi, I'm Larry of Larry's Garden. One of my favorite things about the South is great weather, which means more time for outside. And at Larry's Garden, we design, install, and maintain every outdoor project. Need to replace a cracked driveway? We do it. Need a patio, pergola, deck, or pavers? We do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. No subcontractors. All work is done by Larry's Garden employees. Low water landscapes, sod replacement, landscape designs that are unbelievable, a complete landscape makeover, we do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. Weekly maintenance for communities and commercial locations is also available. For more information, visit larrysgarden.com or call 346-1970. Design, install, maintain. One company, complete project, Larry's Garden.
When you need your engine tuned, trust a car expert. When you need your roof fixed, trust a roof expert. And when you need the highest quality water softener salt, trust Morton Salt. We're We're the salt experts with over 100 years of experience. Morton Pure and Natural Water Softener Salt in the blue bag is made from all-natural, high-purity salt crystals. Trust Morton. We're the salt experts. Find our easy-to-carry blue bags at your local Lowe's store.
I'm going to tell you a couple of things that insurance companies don't like to talk about. They probably won't tell you that even after it's fixed, your car is worth less. But at the law firm of Farah & Farah, we will. They probably won't tell you that if your car is a total loss, you are owed fair market retail value plus sales tax. But we will. I have a book with over 600 pages detailing the insurance company's strategy to delay, deny, and defend claims in order to keep money in their pockets. Here's something else insurance companies don't usually bring up and other injury firms often don't bother with. When your glasses are broken or your cell phone is cracked, we will go after every single thing and every single dime. Wait, is your coffee mug chipped? Dancing Hula Girl doesn't dance anymore? Not because it's a big deal, but because these things are yours. At Farah & Farah, it's all about you.
Call us at 396-5555, Jacksonville.
At Indeed, we understand that when it comes to hiring, it's important to have a large talent pool to choose from. But sometimes too many good options can be overwhelming. That's why Indeed doesn't just give you access to a large pool of job seekers. We also offer screener tools that let you instantly narrow down your search. Hone in on hiring with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Of all the things I think about every day, stroke wasn't one of them. Then, my brother had one. My doctor said 4 out of 5 people who have a stroke never show symptoms, but 80% of strokes can be prevented when the risk is identified early. So I decided to get screened by Lifeline Screening. In about an hour, Lifeline Screening did a series of painless ultrasound screenings to look inside my arteries and determine my risk for stroke and cardiovascular disease.
If you're over 40, call Lifeline Screening now. For just $149, a savings of over 50%, you'll get a 5 screening package that can help detect the warning signs so you can help prevent a stroke or heart attack from happening to you.
When I got the results, I went to my doctor who developed a treatment plan.
Lifeline Screening's community health screenings are coming to your neighborhood. Appointments are limited. Make yours now. Call 1-888-521-TEST. That's 1-888-521-TEST. 1-888-521-TEST.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter. Partly to mostly cloudy as we head through your Saturday. We'll be seeing some scattered heavy downpours developing and pushing inland through the day and into the afternoon. We'll see high temperatures in the mid-80s at the beaches, upper 80s to near 90 inland. Partly cloudy with some lingering showers early this evening, then drying out. Overnight lows will dip down to the lower to mid-70s, near 90 Sunday with a few widely scattered showers and storms. With your First Alert Forecast, I'm Action News Jax meteorologist Garrett Beaton-Wall for News 104.5 WOKV.
Traffic in the morning? Well, let's just say it's not good.
Crash on I-10 eastbound.
Hassett Avenue completely gridlocked.
There's a wreck on 295 south.
West Beltway southbound just now.
People on I-10 are funneling down 17 north.
Get First Alert traffic every 6 minutes so you get to work on time. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. on News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 6:57. Beautiful Saturday morning in Jacksonville, Florida. Should you decide that landscaping is just too hard to do on your own, which I have decided it's too hard for me, check out Larry'sGarden.com. Got the blog, got the video, frequently asked questions, all sorts of good things there. Frankly, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, there may well be enough great ideas at Larry'sGarden.com to just do it on your own. Then should you decide, nah, I really want to get at least a design done, consider Larry's Garden. Or I just want the hardscape done, consider Larry's Garden. Or you can have Larry's Garden do the whole darn thing if you like. Should you decide to speak on the telephone with Larry after viewing all the goodies at Larry'sGarden.com, that phone number is 346-1970. If you're Palm Coast and Gainesville and all those other outlying areas, 904-346-1970. 700 people in the greater Jacksonville area within the sound of my voice from Palm Coast and all the surrounding areas. Over 700 people will purchase homes this weekend. The wise, the wonderful, and the fortunate will choose Home Pro Inspections. To get a hold of Home Pro Inspections, go homepro.com. Operator standing by 24/7 can take care of everything with one phone call.
And get yourself a home warranty.
There you go.
18-month home warranty.
Home inspection, home warranty, WDO, and all the other goodies. The phone number, 268-8211. Palm Coasters, 904-268-8211. It's 6:59. Fox News Traffic, Weather, and more of the Home and Garden Show, featuring you at 855-765-1045. Right back.
WOKV-FM and WOKV HD1 Atlantic Beach. Powered by New South Factory Direct Windows. Listen everywhere in the TuneIn Radio app. News 104.5 WOKV, a Cox Media Group station.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Errett, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. One of the things I value most in life is time. Time to spend with my daughter, time to spend with family, and the time I put into my company that's reinventing the way women color their hair. The busiest, most successful women I know use Madison Reed, the amazing hair color hack. In under an hour and for less than $25, Madison Reed delivers gorgeous, shiny, multi-dimensional, healthy-looking hair with an ammonia-free formula. You'll look like you just came from a salon, but the reality is you have more me time to do what you love. Things get busy. Let us take care of you and your hair. Find your perfect shade at madison-reed.com and get 10% off plus free shipping on your first color kit. Use code MOM. That's code MOM. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
Meet me at the DMZ. I'm Pam Puso, Fox News. That invitation to North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un from President Trump.
Kim Jong-un was very receptive. He responded, and so we'll see. Because tomorrow we're going to the DMZ. I said, well, I'm there. I'll shake his hand.
The president arriving in Seoul, South Korea a short time ago following 2 days at the G20 summit in Japan. Trade talks between the U.S. and China could be getting back on track. Existing U.S. tariffs on Chinese imports will remain in place, but new tariffs won't be imposed. The president also appears to be softening his stance on the Chinese tech giant Huawei.
U.S. companies can sell their equipment to Huawei. We're talking about equipment where there's no great national emergency problem with it, but the U.S. companies can sell their equipment.
11 rounds of trade negotiations between the U.S. and China have not been able to break the stalemate. Also attending the G20, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, who insists she's fine. The 64-year-old was recently seen shaking in public. Lots of unanswered questions in Salt Lake City, where the burned remains of a young woman have been found. Investigators want to know if the suspect, Ayula Achaya, had help. Authorities believe he killed Mackenzie Lewick at his home after meeting her at a park.
Police are still looking for some items that are missing from that house, like a mattress and box spring that were apparently given away just last week. And get this, we're learning that this suspect actually asked a handyman to build him a secret soundproof room with hooks on the wall.
Fox's Aisha Hosni. Authorities in Virginia don't believe a missing boy will be found alive. The mother of Noah Tomlin has been arrested. This is Fox News.
Now, local news from CBS 47, Fox 30 Action News Jax.
I'm Action News Jax anchor Courtney Cole for News 104.5 WOKV. Our top story on this Saturday morning starts in Duval County. That's where a local elementary school student is pushing city leaders to consider the half-cent sales tax to improve public schools. Audrey Parman wrote a letter to Mayor Lenny Curry and council members expressing her support to fix our aging schools. Mayor Curry told Action News Jax there needs to be a clear plan from school leaders before he can get behind the tax increase. New rules for shark fishing go into effect at our beaches on Monday. FWC started considering changes after families shared concerns about chumming and fishing attracting sharks closer to shore. Now, for all of you that are not familiar with that term, chumming is the practice of luring animals, usually fish such as sharks, by throwing chum or bait into the water. Now, as of July 1st, any fisherman ages 16 or older will be required to take an online course to get a free shark fishing permit. They're also banning chumming when fishing for any species from the beach. For the latest news, weather, and traffic, be sure to tune in to Action News Jax this morning. Deborah Alberto, Amber Kriska, and I will be helping you get your Saturday morning started on the right foot on CBS 47 and Fox 30 until 10 a.m.
This news report is brought to you by Energy Seal.
Hot, hot, hot. Can you believe this weather out there? Hi, this is Stan Nagel for Energy Seal Foam Insulation, reminding you that you're burning up. This time of year, your attic temperature averages 130 degrees. Nothing like paying high energy bills and you're still hot. Do something about it. Spray foaming your attic with Energy Seal really works. A cooler attic means a cooler home, a cooler bonus room. Everything is more comfortable. Right now, we're offering 25% off our summer rates. Call us today at 888-306-3626 or look us up on the web at EnergySealToday.com. Call us today for a free estimate, 888-306-3626.
Who do other tree companies call when the job is too big? Big Ben's Tree Service does the job others cannot or will not do. Big Ben is true to his word, licensed, bonded, and knows his business. Call Big Ben at 641-1131. That's 641-1131.
In an ocean of car dealers, there's only one Atlantic Infinity.
Only one Atlantic Infinity.
The only one for a luxurious showroom.
Only one Atlantic Infinity.
The only one with a stress-free buying experience.
Only one Atlantic Infinity.
The only one fast, dependable service.
Follow the wave to the only one
Atlantic Infinity. 10980 Atlantic Boulevard.
Hey, boss, I've been working hard on the new marketing campaign for our jewelry store. We're going to crush Diamonds Direct with this. Look, our customers are tweeting like crazy.
Fantastic. Show me.
Here's one guy saying how he bought his wife's anniversary gift here.
Yeah, what's that other part?
Oh, hashtag I should have gone to Diamonds Direct.
What's a hashtag?
Oh, wait, look at this one. This guy says his fiance loved the engagement ring she got here. See?
Oh, good. Wait a minute. Another hash brown.
Hashtag, sir.
Hashtag, right. Could have gotten her a bigger diamond at Diamonds Direct. Hashtag overpaid. This is crazy. This tweet thing is going to kill us.
Don't take chances. If you want a ring she'll post all over social media, go to Diamonds Direct. Bigger, better quality diamonds for less. And all the designer rings on every woman's wish list. Over 4,000 to choose from, each with a free lifetime warranty. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Ooh, here's one. He says our store was the best.
Hashtag until I found Diamonds Direct.
Ugh, you twit. What do you mean tweet? No, twit.
Store hours and directions at diamondsdirect.com.
They've been saving people money for over 50 years. Now, Jacksonville, it's your turn to save. Mavis Discount Tire is here. With 12 Jacksonville area stores, there's a Mavis near you. Mavis has discount prices on the tire brands you want. Right now, save an extra $100 on a set of 4 select Goodyears. You always save at Mavis Discount Tire.
Mavis Discount Tire, America's discount tire store.
Legal and other restrictions apply. See stores for rebate details.
As the hurricane season heats up, put your trust in Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish and the Action News Jax First Alert Weather Team.
We're constantly tracking the tropics, on guard, ready to warn you of a hurricane's path.
Download the First Alert Weather app now so you'll be ready for severe weather. First, your safest place to be during a storm is with Mike Burrish, rated the most accurate for the last 13 years. This hurricane season, trust Action News Jax and the First Alert Weather Team on CBS 47 and Fox 30. Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter for today will be partly to mostly cloudy. Some scattered showers and heavy downpours will be advancing inland, especially midday through the afternoon. A few claps of thunder, too. Locally, heavy downpours the main threat. Highs in the mid to upper 80s, generally pushing away from the beaches, though. Partly to mostly clear this evening. Overnight lows down to the low 70s. With your First Alert Forecast, I'm Action News Jax meteorologist Garrett Beaton-Wall for News 104.5 WOKV.
Good morning. 7:07 on a beautiful Saturday morning in Jacksonville, Florida. For those of you just joining us, you're listening to the Home and Garden Show. Home and Garden Show is heard every single Saturday right here on News 104.5 WOKV from 6 until 8 a.m. The show features Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden. Larry brings us 20-plus years of experience toiling in the soil. hardscape, landscape, ponds, trees, weeds. Makes the weeds go away.
Yes.
And it also features me, Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections, 20 plus years inspecting houses and just sharing good thoughts together. That's what we do. The fun part of the show for us is your input, your calls, your commentary. That number is 855-765-1045. The call is toll-free, and also you may be listening at the WOKV app, the WOKV.com website, Facebook live stream, as well as YouTube, LinkedIn. We are all over the galaxy, so we're all excited to have you with us. Earlier in the show, we were chatting about removal of poison ivy. One of the risks of removing poison ivy is getting poison ivy.
Yes.
Been looking for some remedies. Got Donnie checking in with an idea how to make it a little less poor. Welcome, Donnie.
Good morning. Love the show.
Thank you.
And this is Experience talking here.
Okay.
It's ZANFEL. It's a poison ivy cream.
Oh, yes.
ZANFEL. Got it. Do I need a prescription?
No, over the counter.
Over the counter. So, yeah, it's a good idea, that you even, if you know you're going to be working on poison ivy, just put it on before you go out there. You know what I mean?
Well, if you get it and all over your body, put the cream on as it says, and if you miss a spot, go back and it's over.
Yeah. They've done a lot of research. I've never used any of those products, but they're out there, and I do appreciate you calling in.
I just had a flashback.
Let us know about those things that are successful. Yes.
I think my mom put me in like an oatmeal bath once.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll work too.
Yeah.
It's nothing like this new stuff.
This is like a miracle thing.
Yeah, it's like the new stuff. This new stuff coming out. You put it on there, and you've touched it. It will knock it out.
So the poison ivy treatment, Zanzel, ZANSEL. Thank you for that, Donnie.
No. It is an S. It's F like Frank.
ZANFEL.
Zanfel, yes.
That's the guy that plays the pan flute.
Right?
Zamfir, master of the pan flute.
Okay.
Okay, guys. You have a great day.
Thanks, appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, let's then transition over to Hilliard, check in with Shane to see if we can help him transplant his trees. Shane, what type trees are you transplanting?
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
They're live oaks.
Live oaks.
Live oaks, okay.
How big?
How big?
Yes, sir. They're it's about 60 feet above sea level. It's a large sand hill. The whole area is, and there's beautiful live oaks on it. And I want to transplant all the volunteers, not all, but some of the volunteers that are there, and they range from 1 foot up to shoulder high, maybe 4 foot. And what's the best time of year, and then kind of method for doing that?
Well, any time of the year is good, on live oaks. And they're not so big that they're going to be problematic. You can do now, if you like to. Their leaves may turn brown, but as long as you keep the water on them, and that's every day, that you'll be good. But if you don't do that, they're going to be goners. 4 foot, no problem. All of these are good. I mean, ideally, you do it in the winter. It's a little less dramatic on the plant, and there's a little less watering to do, but you can do it any time of the year.
Less intense for the guy digging the hole, too.
Yeah, 95 degrees heat. Yes, absolutely. But then after you plant them, wait about a week, put a little bit of fertilizer on them. But the main thing is getting water on them. That's the main thing, getting it watered every single day.
What kind of fertilizer do you recommend for
I'll just use some general, liquid fertilizer, because it's the only reason I like that is because it's quick acting and it goes right into the system and gets a restart. You can use a Miracle Grow, and again, Fish Emulsion. I love that as a transplant shock. You can use also Super Thrive. It would, if I'm, there's some dispute of whether it works or not, but I've used it myself, and it's good for transplanting when you have a low probability of success. Some trees have low probabilities of success, so you use that on them, and that will probably give you about maybe 50% better rate. So you can use some of that. You can buy it in a small container at Home Depot or Lowe's. All right?
Yes, sir. All right. I appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, then.
Thanks. Good luck with it.
Got some work cut out.
Thanks. Have a good day.
All right. Ants. You ever get ants in your pants? I've had that happen, too. Poison ivy, ants in my pants. Yeah. Growing up, I had so many challenges. Jeff in Mandarin, what kind of ants have gotten? Where are they, sir?
Fire ants, front yard, backyard. I usually just have like one hill at a time, and I treat it, and they just move right next door about 3 feet over from the old pile. I know I'm not getting the queen yet. How do I get down that far without destroying my lawn?
You know, fire ants eat termites. They're actually a
Fire ants are
positive.
good. And if you live in a wild area and you have ticks, don't leave the fire ants alone because they are voracious predators.
Termites, ticks, yeah,
they'll eat anything. But any insect.
They also eat people.
Yes, they bite. You know,
Yeah,
but,
that's the problem I don't want.
Yes. The thing with fire ants, what I would tell you to get is go online and get this insecticide called Top Choice. What it does is it you general application over your whole lawn, and it binds with the soil, so it stays in place. It will help reduce the fire ants. Okay.
How about the spot treat with Andro? How's
You
that
can
work?
spot treat with Android. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, that's what I do. I spot treat, but they just kind of laugh at me and just move.
They move around. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe do both.
You can do both.
Spot treat
You
with
can use,
Andro.
but Top Choice is pretty good. That's what commercial people use. Top Choice. It's a little expensive, but it lasts a long time. It has a residual action because it kind of locks up and binds to the soil. So it's very, very, very effective. And it works on other insects.
Can a homeowner buy that at retail?
No, you can't. You have to buy it online. Okay.
Online. Now, question: when I do apply it, do I have to wet it? Because when I spot treat, you kind of have to wet it down.
Yeah, you have to water it in. You have to water it in.
Okay.
To get it activated. Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have an outstanding day.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Jeff.
it.
Watch where you walk.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a great question. Do appreciate you sharing that with us.
Fire ants tear me up as bad as poison ivy.
Oh yeah.
Rough stuff.
Yeah.
The worst bite I've ever gotten, though, was a brown recluse. 3 different times I've been
bit by brown recluse
3 different times. Yeah, once in my bicep.
That's amazing.
When I got bit by the fire ant in my bicep, my arms were bigger than yours. The one arm, it looked like Popeye.
Really?
And it eats the flesh somehow.
Yeah.
And I could stick my pinky finger in the hole that was made by the rotten flesh. That wasn't good. Then the next one bit me behind my ear. These were all 7 years apart. Behind my ear, and the side of my head swelled up. And the problem with that one was the swelling messed up my equilibrium because of where your cochlea or whatever that is in there. Messed up, so I couldn't drive or hardly walk because of the dizziness. That passed, and I was okay. The worst brown recluse bite I ever got.
You got bit on your ass?
On my right butt cheek.
How would that be worse?
My right butt cheek.
You had a lot of padding there.
Oh, gosh.
Insulation.
It swelled up like Oprah on her worst day. This giant butt cheek.
You sat down, you had a list.
Here's the problem. There was so much fluid in that swelling. When I'd sit down, it would just hurt and hurt and hurt. And then it would stop. I'm like, oh, thank God it's better. And then when you stood again, all that fluid from the swelling moved and it hurt again. I was like, holy smoly.
It's all caused by bacteria that they carry in their...
is that what it is? I don't know what it is. They should brush their darn teeth.
Yeah, it's
Man, that was uncomfortable.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Brown recluse and black widows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the problem with brown recluse, when you get bit by... one of my workers just got bit by one. But when you get bit by one, you don't feel it.
Oh, no, I didn't know in either case.
Right, you don't feel it at all. You know? And this is an insect that there's not much you can do. You know, they're everywhere. You know.
Yeah, but the one that got me on my butt cheek.
You know, it's amazing that I've never been, being outside as much as I have, you know, I've never been bit by brown recluse.
And thank you for not asking how the brown recluse managed to bite me on my butt cheek.
I was wondering, I didn't want to ask how he climbed on underneath all your clothing. I mean, were you climbing around naked underneath the house again?
I was in the woods.
Okay, in the woods, going natural, air bathing in the woods again?
No.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
All right.
But all this stuff about bugs reminds me about termite. As we shared, the fire ant is very good to hunt and kill termites. There's so much information about termite that it's important that you can distill it all in a way so you make good decisions.
Right.
We always recommend at Home Pro, when you're buying a home, everyone should get a WDO. That is a wood-destroying organism inspection so you know the status. It's not just termites. It's 6 or 8 different pests plus wood decay fungi. So it's very important. And often people say, well, the house I'm buying is on a termite bond, so I don't need to get a wood destroying organism, a WDO report, because the company who's managing the bond, they come out regularly and check for termites. Well, that is true, but that's only one pest. It's specifically subterranean termite. Doesn't count drywood termites or old house borers, compost beetles.
Tended.
Yeah, that's not good. That's usually for drywood termites.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
Yes.
Very dangerous also.
Is that?
Depending on the size of the house, it probably starts at about $3,000. Probably moves up very rapidly from that. It is not inexpensive.
Right.
And everything that's living must be extracted from the house.
Yes.
One of the reasons it's so expensive to tent your house, in addition to the physical expense of putting on the tent and fumigation of the chemicals, is the liability insurance for those fumigation companies. And I believe there's only one that still does it in our area, and everyone subcontracts to. There might be 2. Every year it seems like some homeless person or somebody's cat, someone makes their way back into the home after it's been tented, and when they fumigate, all life is over.
Right.
You know, it's not just the termites, the chemical and the fumigation.
That every house in California is fumigated when it's sold.
Really?
Yeah, because of drywood termites.
They tent it?
Tent it.
I'll be darned. Is that some statute?
I think so.
We've got way too many rules in California.
Yeah.
Anyway, a place to go to get these types of answers. Here's a website for you, WDOHelp.com. WDOHelp.com. And when it doesn't matter whether you're buying or selling or you just want to know about these issues, it can get some baseline information, not for sale. Just let me understand the WDO process. Let me understand these various chemicals. What's the state's position, from the department and whatnot. So WDOHelp.com, easy place to go to get information. It's a lot like when we chat about water softening and other things. There's sales, and then there's objective information. You always want to get objective information. That way, when you hear the sales position, which is right and responsible, you can't buy anything if somebody didn't sell it to you, but you'll understand what's being told to you. You'll have the right questions, and you'll also be armed with what reasonable answers might be. It's 7:20 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Brief break, jumping right back on the phone to your calls at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
Season is here. If you lose your power, cable, and internet, be prepared to stay informed by having your radios preset to 104.5 FM. This is where Jacksonville turns first for severe weather. News 104.5 WOKV.
With so many options to choose from, hiring a roofer in Northeast Florida can be a difficult decision. Before you make a decision, schedule a free estimate with Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company. Jack C. Wilson Roofing has repaired and replaced shingle roofs in Northeast Florida since 1946. Their certified installers emphasize honesty, transparency, and quality craftsmanship. They require no money up front, and you can schedule a free estimate at JackCWilsonRoofing.com. Jack C. Wilson Roofing, the first name in Jacksonville roofing.
Every day in our city, as many as 8 cases of child abuse or neglect are reported. Nearly 1,000 kids are served in foster care, and over 350 homeless teens hope for a safe place to sleep. But we can get the support we need from Daniel Kids, Florida's oldest child service agency. We just need one more thing. You.
Improving the odds for kids in crisis begins with each one of us. Please donate at danielkids.org.
If you're on the road now, there's a pretty good chance you'll see the all-new Chevy Silverado. And if you're wondering what's new about it, the answer is everything. It's got a brand new Durabed made with high-strength steel. It's the most functional bed in its class, with more cargo volume than any other competitor. Plus a beefier corner step bumper and an available industry-first power up-down tailgate. Go to Chevy.com and see the all-new Silverado, the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever.
Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months on an all-new 2019 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT pickup. See your Southern Chevy dealers. Excludes 2019 Silverado 1500 2LT Crew Cab pickups. Monthly payment is $1,389 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment is 4%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 7/1/19. See dealer for details.
Wally Conway here, Mr. Home Inspection from Home Pro Inspections with important information about home warranties. At Home Pro Inspections, we have always recommended that every home buyer had a home inspection and a home warranty. It's much like having a physical exam and health insurance. They work together to protect you. Until now, I have never referred or endorsed a home warranty company because, truthfully, they were all about the same. They were only good for 12 months, they had long list of coverage exclusions, and they denied pre-existing conditions. The most comprehensive home warranty in America is now available in Jacksonville, covering items denied by others, including water softeners, well pumps, alarm systems, and there's no extra charge for multiple heat pumps or water heaters. When Home Pro inspects your home, the warranty is extended to 18 months of coverage at no extra charge. There's no better inspection and warranty package in America. For details and to order your home warranty, visit GoHomePro.com, GoHomePro.com, or call me at 268-8211.
When you need your engine tuned, trust a car expert. When you need your roof fixed, trust a roof expert. And when you need the highest quality water softener salt, trust Morton Salt. We're the salt experts with over 100 years of experience. Morton Pure Natural Water Softener Salt in the blue bag is made from all-natural, high-purity salt crystals. Trust Morton. We're the salt experts. Find our easy-to-carry blue bags at your local Lowe's store.
Brian was 14 years old when the power at home was turned off for good. He was bullied at school because his clothes weren't clean and his hair wasn't washed. He felt alone until he connected with a Communities in Schools site coordinator. Today, Brian is happily preparing for graduation with his friends. Communities in Schools of Jacksonville has been helping students stay on the path to graduation for 30 years. Our staff works within the schools to empower at-risk students so they can overcome obstacles and achieve in life. Support student success at CISJax.org.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter. Partly to mostly cloudy as we head through your Saturday. We'll be seeing some scattered heavy downpours developing and pushing inland through the day and into the afternoon. We'll see high temperatures in the mid-80s at the beaches, upper 80s to near 90 inland. Partly cloudy with some lingering showers early this evening, then drying out. Overnight lows will dip down to the lower to mid-70s, near 90 Sunday with a few widely scattered showers and storms. With your First Alert Forecast, I'm Action News Jax meteorologist Garrett Edenball for News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 725 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Grateful that you're with us. If you'd like to join us, happy to have you. All you need to do is give us a call, 855-765-1045. We've instructed our producer, Scott, if you're calling from the International Space Station, we promise you will never be on hold. Over to Arlington, checking in with Chris to see if we can help him rebuild his lawn. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show, Chris.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you, sir?
We are awesome. Good. What happened to your lawn?
Well, over the last 2 years with the hurricanes, it seems like I had an increased problem with the dollarweed. And by treating the dollarweed, it seems like I've killed off my lawn. And there's one spot in the back of the yard that always seems wet no matter what. It's the last part to dry out.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you go with dollarweed as a ground cover?
No, that's not the object.
Did I get that wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that last spot is just not really doing well and never really does well. So what I would say, you get some fill dirt or some topsoil and raise that area up.
That's what I was thinking. I wanted to go in there with a rototiller, till it up, break off the top, all the weeds.
Yeah, I would just spray the weeds. Rototillering for lawns is not an accepted practice anymore. It's now become, unacceptable. But the reason that it's not done anymore is because it disturbs the mycorrhizans in the things that grass need to grow. And people don't realize that grass, when it puts its roots down, it relies on mycorrhizans and other funguses and things that have a commensalism relationship with the grass. Like when we symbiotic relationship with the grass, and the grass needs them to help digest their food, so to speak, just like when we have bacteria in our stomach to help us digest this food. So when you rototill, you destroy that ecosystem, and the grass needs that ecosystem. So nowadays, they do not rototill, nor do they recommend rototill, and that's backed up with university studies. You can look at any university study.
Dirt.
Just fill dirt on top. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt, sir. How do you feel about mulching versus bagging the grass clippings?
I like mulching the grass clippings, of course, because you're putting that back into the your environment. And the thing is sometimes because the grass, St. Augustine, gets a lot of nitrogen, you'll mow and then you'll have a thick layer. Anything over a half, this is a great question too, very good question, is anything over a half inch would be detrimental, because then the amount of rain that the grass would have to receive. So if you get a light amount of rain, the dead grass is going to absorb most of the rain. Okay. And so in order to accelerate that, by using mill organite or green edge or even fish emulsion, any organic product, or even just spraying your yard with Coca-Cola, but that's going to accelerate the decomposition of the thatch and adding that back into your soil, which is beneficial. Okay, that's definitely beneficial. So that, I think, if you understand what to look for, and as far as the thatch and how thick it needs to be, I think if you understand what to do in case you have that problem, then you're going to be better off definitely allowing the grass to remain in place, the clippings to remain in place.
Okay, so some occasional mulching is good for it.
Yeah, absolutely, because you're refeeding the grass. You're putting that nitrogen right back into the soil, and you're feeding the bacteria. And if you have a healthy soil, what happens is that the nitrogen gets fixed. And how does that happen? Is that all the there's small ecological groups growing in your soil, and the bacteria and the fungus, they absorb this nitrogen and they hold it in place. And when they die, they release the nitrogen. So that cycle continues on and on. That's why it's so important that soils that are rich in organic material are normally going to be healthy areas for plants to grow, because it's refeeding itself, holding the nitrogen in place, and recycling it. And you're going to basically doing the same thing by when you allow the thatch to remain in place.
All right, I appreciate your time. I'll do some occasional mill organite and mulching. I appreciate it, gentlemen.
Have a great day, Chris. Bye. 7:30 here at News 104.5 on Home and Garden Show. We've got Fox News traffic, weather, and more of the Home and Garden Show featuring you at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
News, I'm Karen McHugh. It's dinner time in South Korea, where President Trump's now dining with President Moon. Before leaving Japan and the G20, he talked about the possibility of meeting with North Korea's Kim Jong-un along the DMZ.
It might happen tomorrow. I mean, to be honest, we won't call it a summit. We'll call it a handshake if it does happen. I don't know that it will, but it could happen. I think he'd like to do it, and I wouldn't mind doing it at all.
Got a dog? That food you're feeding Fido could be killing him.
It's called canine dilated cardiomyopathy, or DCM for short. It's a potentially deadly heart disease in dogs. The Food and Drug Administration's been researching to see if there's a link between DCM and grain-free dog foods. The FDA is naming 16 brands of dog foods potentially connected to cases of DCM, including Blue Buffalo, Rachel Ray Nutrish, and Signature.
Fox's Jill Nato. This is Fox News.
Now, local news from CBS 47, Fox 30 Action News Jax.
I'm Action News Jax anchor Courtney Cole for News 104.5 WOKV. Our top story on this Saturday morning is about making our roads safer. And starting Monday, officers can pull you over for texting behind the wheel. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed the law making texting and driving a primary offense in May. The law also bans the use of handheld wireless devices in school and construction zones, which are known as hands-free zones. The law goes into effect Monday, but law enforcement will be giving warnings until January. The companies hired to implode the old courthouse annex in downtown Jacksonville in January are facing a lawsuit over the damage it caused. The damage at the Blackstone building across the street from the implosion site in downtown could take a full year to repair. And the owners of the Blackstone building allege that the companies hired for the implosion did not take proper steps to protect their tenants and the building. Shrapnel and debris from the implosion flew out across the street from the annex building and broke several windows in the Blackstone. For the latest news, weather, and traffic, make sure you tune in to Action News Jax this morning. Deborah Alberto, Amber Kriska, and I will be helping you get your Saturday morning started on the right foot right here on CBS 47 and Fox 30 until 10 a.m.
Get the 5-day forecast from CBS 47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax chief meteorologist Mike Burrish. 2 times an hour every weekday morning on Jacksonville's Morning News from 5 till 9 a.m. This is where Jacksonville turns first for severe weather. News 104.5 WOKV.
There's nothing like sitting down for a personal conversation with Eddie and Chuck from Farah and Farah. And you can do that every Saturday at noon on News 104.5 WOKV. Join Eddie and Chuck every Saturday on the Consumer Law Hour, where they break down everything from personal injury to civil rights. Join them and be part of the conversation on the Consumer Law Hour, brought to you by Farah and Farah, every Saturday at noon on News 104.5 WOKV.
At Indeed, we believe a resume is a great way to see an overview of a candidate. But you're not hiring a resume, you're hiring a person. That's why Indeed offers tools that help bridge the gap between a candidate and the resume. Like skill tests, which let you actually see a candidate's abilities in action to make sure they're a good fit for the job. See beyond the resume with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. You know, if the rain disrupts your life, imagine what your roof goes through. I recommend Big Fish Roofing because it takes a high-quality roof to withstand the Florida rain year after year. I also love how Big Fish doesn't require a deposit or upfront payment, and only the most trustworthy roofers earn the Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor designation. Your roof is the first line of defense against Florida storms. Get it done right by the company I trust. Get a free estimate from Big Fish Roofing. That's bigfishroofing.com.
With Dunkin' Go-Tos, you can get a great deal on 2 of your favorites, like 2 egg and cheese wraps for $2, 2 bagels and cream cheese spread for $4, and 2 bacon, egg, and cheese croissants for $5. In my opinion, it's a pretty tough deal to beat. That's my go-to cents. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
4th of July, fast approaching, and I heard that my friends at Arlington Toyota are going to make your payments until after Labor Day. It's Rich Jones. Let me repeat that. Arlington Toyota is going to make your payments until after Labor Day. Independence from having to pay. Buy a new Toyota from Arlington. Make no payments until after Labor Day. During the Summers on Us 4th of July event, you'll not only get a payment-free summer, you'll also get mind-blowing low prices on 2019 Toyota models. This July 4th, drive away in a 2019 Corolla LE from Arlington as low as $13,881. That's a pre-owned 2019 Corolla for $13,881. July 4th savings on a 2019 Camry LE starting at just $17,991. Arlington has your pre-owned 2019 Camry for $17,991. It's the July 4th Summers on Us sales event going on now at Arlington Toyota. Sales open all day on the 4th. Start shopping today at arlingtontoyota.com.
I like this AC system, but this invoice is confusing. I'm concerned about all these fees. Like, what's a threshold fee?
We do have to get it through the door, you know. It's standard. Everybody does it.
And scholarship fee?
My little Johnny wants to be an astronaut. You know how expensive space college is these days?
Come on. Flush fee?
Well, at least I put the seat down.
Fido fee?
Did you see what that mutt did to my shoes? Woof.
I'm calling Wakehoffs.
At Wakehoffs, you get a detailed explanation of the problem they are fixing and the price. No surprises. Brian Kilmeade here, and Wakehoffs will only send a tech to your home that's clean, smart, and professional. Smart, highly trained to know every possible issue and system. They'll figure out the problem and fix it on the spot. Clean, screened to the highest standards, looking great and pleasant to talk to. Professional. You can trust Wakehoffs to give you details about the problem and the fix, no pressure. Call Wakehoffs AC.
Brought to you by Wakehoffs Air Conditioning. Air conditioning service with a workmanship guarantee.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast. forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter for today will be partly to mostly cloudy. Some scattered showers and heavy downpours will be advancing inland, especially midday through the afternoon. A few claps of thunder, too. Locally, heavy downpours the main threat. Highs in the mid to upper 80s, generally pushing away from the beaches, though. Partly to mostly clear this evening. Overnight lows down to the low 70s. With your first alert forecast, I'm Action News Jax meteorologist Garrett Beaton-Ball for News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show. It is 7:37 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Grateful that you're with us. I'm Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections. Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden is here. If you need me, go homepro.com. Needing Larry? Larry'sGarden.com. Heading out to Ponte Vedra Beach. Check in with Sean to figure out what's going on with his lemon tree. Welcome, Sean.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're great. Good. Tell us about it. What are you seeing?
So we picked up this lemon tree. It's got to be maybe 3 foot tall, 4 foot tall, about a year and a half ago. And we planted it in the backyard just for fun. It's some pretty, good brown-looking soil. We're not really big into gardening that much, but we figured we'd take a shot at it, and we knew that it would take a few seasons for it to get fruit. Mm-hmm. But about a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago at this point, it started to bear fruit. And at this point, the lemons are about 2 to 3 inches. They're rock hard, and they're green. And we jokingly thought maybe we got a lime tree. But we took one of the ones that was low enough and didn't look that good, and we cut it open, and sure enough, it's a lemon.
Right.
The issue that we're having is the tree's only about 3.5, 4 foot tall. It's got to be every bit of 5 or 6 foot wide, and these lemons are huge. I don't know when they're going to ripen to full, and they're weighing the branches down, and just don't know what to do to prune it and make it look good.
That's a great question because what sometimes on young trees they'll produce fruit, which is not bad because you want to enjoy the fruit. But because it sounds like it's a Ponderosa lemon, big, large lemon, but you want to reduce the load. Okay, so take some of the fruit off, leave a few. The ones on the branches that you suspected cannot support that weight, you can remove all the fruit, or you could brace the branch up so it can continue producing that fruit for you. But reducing the load is the best method. And sometimes you want to remove all the fruit if you wanted to. The reduced load is also going to allow the tree to mature faster because right now it's concentrating on producing those fruits, so it's using all the nutrients in all of its reserve to produce those, so less on the growth. But reduce the load by, I don't know how many pieces of fruit do you have? 10 or 15?
Without exaggeration, about 10 or 12.
Yeah, 10 or 12. That's what I figured. But you could cut it in half, or or brace up, and then make sure you put some a generous amount of fertilizer on it, because it is a little bit stressful for a young tree to produce that much. Okay.
When do you think they would be ready?
Probably about 2 more months.
Oh, wow, okay.
That feels early.
So I'll go prune it. And the last question I had is the branches, some of them only start at maybe 4 or 5 inches off the ground. Is that something that I should prune the lower branches to make it where it's a taller, fuller tree?
4 or 5 inches off the ground. That sounds does those branches go straight up?
No, they go straight out in every direction.
Yeah, okay. That seems that is the rootstock. The rootstock, if it's 4 or 5 inches off the ground, it's breaking or coming out, that's the rootstock. Those should be removed. The tree is 2 different trees. It's the fruit-bearing portion, which is the above ground portion, and then it has a rootstock. And what they do is that's a union that they put those 2 together, and sometimes the rootstock will start growing vigorously. The rootstock's used or determined to use that type of rootstock because it's vigorous and its root system is very, very good. And the fruit portion is, because it produces great fruit. But they put those 2 trees together. And right at that point where they come together is the bud union. And the bud union sometimes reduces the rootstock. But the rootstock will actually take over the fruit-bearing tree. So you want to definitely remove those. If it's 4 or 5 inches off the ground, it is definitely the rootstock, the lower portion of the tree. Okay? Remove.
Very good.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Sean. I think he was bragging. I got a 3-foot tree with 15 lemons.
You got
It's
a
big
40-foot
problem.
tree, you got 10 lemons. Okay.
My boat's too big. What's up with that? Oh, my.
I don't know nothing about it, but I'm still, you have your garden in for 10 years and still.
I was listening at the break, and for some number of months now, Morton Salt's been a sponsor of the show.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that. However, I am not enthused about carrying Morton Salt.
No, you're not enthused about carrying.
What I am enthused about is having someone else carry the Morton Salt into my home, put it into my water softener so I can be done with that. Our friends at Affordable Water do that.
Right.
And it's really no more expensive. It might be $1 a bag at the most, but essentially for no additional cost, they'll come over from Affordable Water. They'll put you on a schedule. They'll fill it all up. It's all easy. If it's on the outside, they won't even need to
No
talk
sweat,
to you.
no mess.
Yeah, and they'll even take the bag with them. And so
You don't have to remember it.
it's a good thing
Take
to
it
do.
off your calendar.
While they're there also, they're looking at your equipment to assure everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing. And if you have difficulties, their service department is second to none. Very, 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 very few of the places that sell water softening or other treatment equipment also have the skill set and the parts available to service it. So that's important too. No matter where you purchase your equipment from, Affordable Water can deliver the salt and can do regular maintenance as well as repair those things that are damaged. And I'll tell you something else really cool. At Home Pro Inspections, we've got this great 18-month warranty program. 18 months. I'm still confused why people buy 12-month warranties. But anyway, it includes water softener coverage. So if you have a Home Pro inspection, you get the 18-month warranty. It covers your water softening equipment. That way, as Affordable Water's coming, they're doing your salt with regular thing, and they go, oh, it stopped working. It's now broke. File a claim, warranty company, and then they're actually giving the money to you so that Affordable Water can repair it. How's that for a symbiotic relationship?
And also, you get a roof warranty.
Yeah, and the roof warranty is for 5 years,
5 years,
which is really completely crazy. It boggles my mind. There are still real estate agents who are referring 12-month warranties when the 18's available, and they're still referring home inspection companies that don't offer the 5-year warranty. That's all included, the 5-year warranty, in the cost of the home inspection. So at GoHomePro.com, you can solve that, and I wanted to share that. And AffordableWaterJacks.com, they take care of my equipment. You don't have any, you don't have a well, but they take care of my well equipment. They do my aerator, all my stuff for me, and I've got no problems, and I like those guys, and they never try to sell me anything. When I have questions, they answer, and I say, oh, gosh, yeah, I'd like that. And other times I go, oh, nah, I don't need that. They're like, okay, we'll be back when you need me. So
friends don't let friends buy homes without a home inspection or a warranty.
That's true. Friends don't let friends carry salt either.
Yes, okay.
Hey, another sponsor I heard on the show, we have, and I'm grateful for them too, is Indeed. One of the reasons I'm happy about Indeed being a sponsor of the show is we have multiple ads on Indeed at Home Pro. We are looking for home inspectors. We are looking, great home inspectors, that is. If you're a slug, don't call.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to remember.
Home inspectors, outside sales people for our marketing staff, as well as customer service people inside. So if you've enjoyed the show, you might enjoy working at Home Pro, and we've got a lot of nice people working for us. And you can get that through Indeed or go to GoHomePro.com and do that. So it's kind of neat when we have positive relationships with many of the sponsors of the show.
Yes.
I like that.
It is.
It's more than just, them doing what they do. It's like, wow, I know these people. I like these people. I trust these people. Which reminds me about roofing. When you go to buy a new roof, it's critical that you also have new metal flashings.
Absolutely.
When
Unless
roofs
you got copper already in place, right?
Well, copper's a metal.
Okay, but if you had copper already in place,
I'll spot you. If you've got copper, it might still be good.
There's about 1 in a zillion that would have that.
Yeah, for those 3 people in the greater Jacksonville area with metal flashings, or copper flashings. Anyway, typically the point of failure on a roof is the intersections valleys, intersections, and penetrations, and that's when they fail. That's not a good thing. If they have not yet failed, yet you choose to buy new shingles and you don't replace these flashings, you really leave the primary vulnerability in place. And I'll tell you when I see this most often. When you have a stucco home where the roof goes up against a sidewall, like a two-story or a balcony or whatever, those flashings are difficult and expensive to change. It often requires cutting the stucco, replacing the stucco, the flashing, and then replacing the stucco. It is honest to say that that's not cheap. It's also honest to say that that is the single greatest vulnerability in a roof. And I've been on multiple consultations troubleshooting, why does my new roof leak? The new roof leak because the old flashings are still in place. They just won't go another 20 years. It's not good. Then the question was, well, shouldn't the roofer have replaced them? In the perfect world, yes, and should also charge you to do so. So in that competitive pricing world, sometimes the roofer may share with you, flashings look pretty good. You may want to just continue on with those for another 20 years. And yes, that's an economic decision. And yes, it's usually a bit short-sighted. So flashings, penetrations, valleys, where your plumbing equipment comes through, the plumbing stack, all of that needs to be replaced when you do your roof in order to put you in the best position. And what's interesting, so like my friends at Fidus, as you're aware, they do that 25-year or 50-year golden pledge warranty. If you didn't change the flashings, they cannot warrant it. So you can't expect to have the warranty cover something that you didn't replace at the time of the roof. I'm pretty passionate about that.
Let me ask you this about the flashings, because, I'm always curious. What would be the best flash? With copper is very expensive, that is the best.
Yeah.
Or zinc.
Well, it's not, zinc is not the flashing. Zinc is the coating on the galvanized material.
Okay.
So when I say galvanized, that's a zinc coating.
Okay. So what would, in your opinion, what would be the best flashing material you could put on?
That's a tough one. So let's agree that copper is probably the best long term, but it's so terribly expensive. It's so difficult to find people with the skill set to bend it.
Yeah.
So I really think just changing good old galvanized flashings each time you do is fine. And a lot of times people on the drip edge, the flashing on the drip edge, they'll often have that in different colors.
Painted,
not hand painted, but it's baked enamel on there. So cost effectively for the vast majority of us humans, that's the way to go. Mm-hmm. If you're fortunate enough to have the economics to do copper flashings, very candidly, most people doing copper flashings are not doing asphalt shingle roofs.
Right, they're doing
we
slate.
see a lot with slate and tiles and that.
Right.
If you
because the roof's going to last 100 years.
At least. Yeah, it's truly a lifetime situation. It reminded me of one more things about roofs.
Yeah.
It's allowable by the state statute for a home inspector not to go on a roof if it's more than 13 feet tall. They're required to have a 13-foot ladder. If it's beyond that, they can say, I didn't go there. You've got to be sure that your home inspection company is flying drones.
Right.
Ideally, they'll walk on it, but if they can't, you still want that drone there. We can get within 2 inches of the surface and know exactly what you've got. So if they don't have the drone and they don't have that 25 or 30 or 40-foot ladder to get on the roof, you're really taking a big risk.
Right.
It didn't mean they did anything wrong. It just means you didn't get the totality of the protection.
Optimum.
So the infrared cameras, the drones, the warranties, it all plays together to protect. It's 7:50 here at News 104.5 on a Home and Garden Show. Brief break, jumping back for the final segment featuring you at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news, severe weather, and traffic alerts. News 104.5 WOKV. Find us on the iHeartRadio app. Listen every weekday morning from 5 until 9 a.m. for the latest breaking news. The exclusive 5-day forecast from Action News Jack's first alert chief meteorologist, Mike Burris. And get triple team traffic every 6 minutes. Everywhere you go, listen using the iHeartRadio app for Apple and Android.
As a new homeowner and resident in Northern Florida, I know who I would call if and whenever I need my roof repaired. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Kilmeade here for my friends at J&M Roofing. You know them. They're the guys with the umbrella, and they've got you covered. Storms with damaging winds hit the area. We get flooded with storm chaser roofing companies. They show up. They make a lot of promises. Then they disappear. J&M Roofing will be there to stand behind their work before, during, and after the storm chasers have left town. Don't trust the most important part of your home to anyone but J&M Roofing.
Find J&M Roofing online at jandmroofing.com.
Hi, Stan Nagel for Energy Seal Foam Insulation, reminding you that summer is here. So you don't want to be hot this year. Wouldn't it be nice this summer to dial your air down to 72 degrees and pay less money for it? Call Energy Seal and it's fixed. 888-306-3626. Look us up on the web, EnergySealToday.com. Whether it's your home, your office, or any metal building, Energy Seal will keep you cool this summer. Book now before we're busy and save 20% off our summer rates. Call 888-306-3626. Look us up on the web, EnergySealToday.com.
Hi, I'm Larry of Larry's Garden. One of my favorite things about the South is great weather, which means more time for outside. And at Larry's Garden, we design, install, and maintain every outdoor project. Need to replace a cracked driveway? We do it. Need a patio, pergola, deck, or pavers? We do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. No subcontractors. All work is done by Larry's Garden employees. Low water landscapes, sod replacement, landscape designs that are unbelievable, a complete landscape makeover, we do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. Weekly maintenance for communities and commercial locations is also available. For more information, visit larrysgarden.com or call 346-1970. Design, install, maintain. One company, complete project, Larry's Garden.
The lowest fee in real estate is coming soon to Jacksonville. There's no longer any reason to pay 6% to sell your home. Introducing Rex. Rex sells homes for the lowest fee in the industry. 2% total, saving thousands of dollars per transaction. With Rex, you get a full-service team backed by technology. They don't market homes the way traditional agents do. Rex uses advanced digital marketing tactics to directly target hundreds of qualified buyers to your home the moment it goes on the market. And Rex charges only 2% total, not the 6% commission your local broker expects. Get started now by calling 833-REX-HOME. That's 833-REX-HOME. Since 2015, Rex has saved homeowners millions of dollars in fees across California, Texas, New York, and Colorado. Now it's your time, Jacksonville, to sign on for a simplified and cost savings approach to buying or selling a home. To get started, call now at 833-REX-HOME. That's 833-REX-HOME. Rex Real Estate Exchange, Incorporated.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Errett, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. One of the things I value most in life is time. Time to spend with my daughter, time to spend with family, and the time I put into my company that's reinventing the way women color their hair. The busiest, most successful women I know use Madison Reed, the amazing hair color hack. In under an hour and for less than $25, Madison Reed delivers gorgeous, shiny, multi-dimensional, healthy-looking hair with an ammonia-free formula. You'll look like you just came from a salon, but the reality is you have more me time to do what you love. Things get busy. Let us take care of you and your hair. Find your perfect shade at madison-reed.com and get 10% off plus free shipping on your first color kit. Use code MOM. That's code MOM. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter. Partly to mostly cloudy as we head through your Saturday. We'll be seeing some scattered heavy downpours developing and pushing inland through the day and into the afternoon. We'll see high temperatures in the mid-80s at the beaches, upper 80s to near 90 inland. Partly cloudy with some lingering showers early this evening, then drying out. Overnight lows will dip down to the lower to mid-70s, near 90 Sunday with a few widely scattered showers and storms. With your First Alert Forecast, I'm Action News Jax meteorologist Garrett Beaton-Ball for News 104.5 WOKV.
The 2019 hurricane season is underway. Get daily updates from Action News Jax First Alert Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish. Tips from emergency managers and lessons learned from past years. All in the WOKV Hurricane Guide. Presented by Clay Electric Co-op on WOKV.com and in the WOKV app.
7:56 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Grateful that you're with us. And that reminder, we're here every single Saturday on News 104.5 from 6 until 8 a.m. Also, you can watch the whole show or listen to the whole show, WOKV.com, on the podcast or on Facebook at Home Pro Inspections. You can actually watch the audio and the video of the entire show. Let's check in with Terry over in Fleming Island, see if we can help him with his Zoysia. Welcome, Terry.
Good morning, guys. Thanks. You got a great show.
Thank you.
Hey, my lawn, it looks like it might be getting fungus, and I've had that problem probably the last 3 years. I apply a preventative, and then it's all right. So I'm not sure if it's that or maybe it needs some nitrogen. So I bought a bag of ironite, then I also bought a bag of fungus preventative. So my question is, can I apply both of them down today, or do I need to do one first and then the other one maybe a week or so later?
Both at one time. Both at one time, no problem. But I would suggest, you say you have a habitual problem, that you examine the roots of the grass, make sure that the roots are healthy. And, how many years your lawn been down?
Probably since 2012, 13.
Okay. If you can easily push a shovel into the dirt, then there's something wrong with the roots. Because normally, if you've had a zoysia lawn down that long, you cannot get a shovel into the soil.
And I can't, because I added part of those added onto the sprinkler system this spring, because I had some areas that didn't seem like they were getting covered. And I had to work on it to get the shovel through it.
Okay, good. Then you're in good shape. You probably have some topical fungus there, and I think that'll probably rectify the problem.
Very good, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
So I'm out to work. Here I go.
A little shovel jockey time this weekend.
Yeah, it's amazing the zoysia if it's been down for 3 or 4 years, you can't get the shovel into it.
Pretty dense.
Dense.
Is that how the reason it does so well in drought?
Yes, absolutely. It has a serious root system.
Almost like magic.
Yep.
We got the funniest new music going on. Have you noticed?
Yeah,
we got different music.
A little fun.
It's like a night at the opera here. 7:58 here at News 104.5. We're grateful that you've been with us. GoHomePro.com, Larry'sGarden.com. And after you do those two things, use your turn signal.
WOKV-FM and WOKV HD1 Atlantic Beach. Powered by New South Factory Direct Windows. Listen everywhere in the WOKV app. News 104.5 WOKV, a Cox Media Group station.
Who do other tree companies call when the job is too big? Big Ben's Tree Service does the job others cannot or will not do. Big Ben is true to his word, licensed, bonded, and knows his business. Call Big Ben at 641-1131. That's 641-1131.
Luxury begins at the door of Atlantic Infinity with your concierge, no-pressure customer experience. There's only one new Atlantic Infinity showroom designed to deliver an ocean of comfort, convenience, and speedy attention by their professional sales and service staff.
Ride the wave to Atlantic Infinity.
You deserve the wave of luxury that Atlantic Infinity is designed to deliver.
Only one Atlantic Infinity.
Experience the wave of luxury in person at 10980 Atlantic Boulevard or at AtlanticInfinity.com. From a small leak to a complete roof renovation, Brannan Roofing has you covered, including metal roofing. They understand insurance claims and can help you with your claim to make sure you get all the money you're entitled to. Call Brannan Roofing today, 904-813-4967.
We're working things out. I'm Pam Puso, Fox News. President Trump saying that a short time ago when asked by reporters in Seoul if he'd be meeting